Ba-da, 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 ba, ba, ba. Welcome, 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 welcome. Da, ba, ba, doo, boo, doo, ba, doo, ba, doo. Serious chess, 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 chess. And I'm going for some puzzles. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, da, bum. All right, welcome to Serious Chess. Now, the first thing I see when I look at this puzzle is that I'd love to play this move as it goes there and there. However, simply he takes, I take, he takes. This does not work. So how do I go about fixing this? The first thing I want to see is if I were to play a ridiculous move like queen takes, I'm wondering how ridiculous it would be, because even if he took back with the pawn, let's say, and then I took with check, he takes back, something like that. I was just wondering if I took with the queen, I don't think I'm going to do that, but then would I have the ability to play this move? That's what I was wondering. Because the queen would not be able to go here, wouldn't be able to take because of the knight, would not be able to go here, but could go here, could go here, could go here, and that's it though. So are there any moves that block off those squares? The first move that's coming to mind as an alternative would be this. Actually, I have a better idea that's based on the first thing that I said, which would be, what if I take this with check? Then if he I think he would have to take back with that, because I'm imagining if he took back with that, then I went there, going at the queen. Oh no, but then that doesn't connect to the knight. So no, I can't do that. So let me go back to this move then. What about this move? So he wouldn't be able to take it, because then I'd take back with the rook. He wouldn't be able to go there or there. He would be able to go here. He would also be able to go here, but not here. Not here because of the knight. Not there because of the knight. Not there because of the knight. He would be able to go here, and he would be able to, that's it. So I don't want to count that move out, because then would I then have the ability to play? No, that doesn't look right. So let's look for a better option, because he would definitely find a way. Gotta find a way, gotta find a way. I don't know, that's not a real song, but just imagine if it were. My temptation is to play this move, and I'm wondering, let's say he takes back, I'm wondering if I could then play this move with the idea of checkmating him. He could stop it by playing that. Oh, I have a better idea. Instead of, okay, so the same thing, except this, following it, going for checkmate. And then I was imagining, does he have any other way to stop it than that move? Because if that's his only move, then I can take. So let's go with that idea. It's good enough. All right, so this is probably right. I'm going to just look at this again. So I go, oh, I can't go there because his bishop. Okay, well, that was lucky that I got that first one right then, isn't it? Isn't it? So I'm wondering if I could play this move and why that would be good. Because he would play the same move. Oh, and then I could take with the rook. Okay, let's go for that. All right, this appears to be right. So just assuming there's nothing better than this, what could be better than this? Let's take. All right, I got it right. That was a 2350 rated puzzle. And let's move my puzzle rating over. So now I'm back up to over 2,300. All right, sometimes when I navigate between windows, the stream skips. So, okay, if the stream just skipped, it's because I was navigating between windows. When I'm done with, okay, so the first thing I notice is that he's going to checkmate me, almost definitely, like that. Then if I go here, okay, well, he wouldn't check with that because that's not an immediate checkmate. But he would have something. He would have maybe this. Of course, then I go there. So he has 2 queens, though. Let's get real. He's got 2 queens. I have quite the dryness in my mouth. Okay, so now if I were to go here, he would not be able to go there. He would be able to go here. So I'm not seeing that as a viable solution. What if I go here? Because the king would be able to go here. And I'm wondering if this would be some kind of move, but I also want to look at what if he goes there. And then this move would not be checkmate because he would be able to go back down. However, then I could, well, I was going to say I could play this move, but I wouldn't be able to because the queen would take. So I have to look for a better solution because I already saw that that one does not work. So what if I play this move, which then does allow for this to be checkmate? The question remaining is, if I play this move, can he checkmate me? Well, okay, that move, no, wait. He can't play that move because I would take with the knight. So, okay, so if I play this move, threatening this as checkmate, does he have a way to avoid that? And also, just very quickly, if I go here, no, that doesn't make any sense. He could, even if he takes it and I check, that's nothing. Okay, so I want to stick with this idea. Going here, I just want to see, it seems unlikely that he wouldn't be able to checkmate me. I mean, he could certainly do something like this and allow me to take once, and then it looks like he'd still be winning, maybe. So I'm not super happy with not finding a checkmate, but if there's no checkmate, then yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Oh, wait. What about this? There, here. Is that a checkmate? The answer is no, because he can go down there. But then do I have this? Wait. Then do I have... I might still have a checkmate here. Okay, so I go there. He goes there. I go here. He goes there. Then I would be able to go both back here with the rook or over with the rook. Does either work as a checkmate? If I go all the way back down here, it does look like a checkmate to me. It does look like a checkmate. So let's go with this idea because I believe it's a checkmate. Okay, so once again, I go here. He goes there. I go here. And then that square is blocked off by the knight. That square is blocked off by the rook. So is this one. So is this one. And the king would only be able to go... The king would be able to go down, though. Then would this be checkmate? And the answer is no. Is this checkmate? And the answer is no, because the queen could take. This has to be the right. The rook move has to be right. I'll figure it out. We'll get it. Okay, I was right that was a thing. I think maybe I have the wrong move. Okay, so my thing was going here, but then he can go there. Then then is this move anything? He would be able to go there. And then I'm still sure that this is a checkmate somehow. Like this or this, one of those two. Let's do it. I'll figure it out. Okay, so this, he can't go here. The knight connects to the bishop, so he can't take the bishop. He can't go here. He can't go here. He would only be able to go there. And then would this be checkmate? And the answer, I think, is no, because he would be able to go back to this square. So should I be playing a different move like this? Let's see. Right now, I think that would be checkmate. No, he would be able to go there. But then would I be able to go here? And the answer is no, because then he could take the rook. I'm sure there is a checkmate here that I'm not seeing, but we'll get there. Okay, so I'm sure that the pawn push has to be right. I was trying to, or wait, or the rook check. Which one? So the pawn check, he goes there. I go here. He goes, oh, he can't go back after that. This is right. So just one more time. If I go here, he can't go back because of the pawn. He can't go up. This is a checkmate. All right, that took me a long time, but it was a 2253 rated puzzle. It's been played 5,171 times. And we're closing in on 2400. Exciting. All right, so the first thing I noticed when I look at this puzzle is that right now everything's in nice. He's going to push the pawn. So that's the way that he would win. That's the way he'd win this. I'm wondering if I can go to a square like this, which would then threaten this. Or if there's a better way. Gotta find a way, gotta find a better way. Is that a song? I actually am not sure. Okay, I have a great idea. I take with check. He has to go back basically. If he doesn't, then he goes over or here, and then I can check and pick up the rook. Otherwise, he takes back, and it looks like I lose a piece until uncovered check. Oh, but then he could go here. So let's do it differently. A very obvious different way of doing it, which is let's start with bam. Obviously, he has to take back, or I get a free piece. And then I can play the uncovered check. And now he can't take my bishop because he doesn't have his own. And then I take here. Let's do it. I love it. That's wrong. Okay. It was that. And now I go here because I'll queen. Okay, that was a lot of calculation to do, and I didn't do it. That was a 2334 rated puzzle. My moves seem pretty good, to be honest, so I don't feel too bad. So the first thing I notice when I look at this puzzle is that I do have some possibility of taking here. This move looks really right. It looks right, although there is one other not as obvious move, which would be to play here. But the reason that this is such a nice move is that if he takes back with the knight, then I win the queen. And if he takes back with the queen, then I win the knight. So why would I not do this? I'm not sure. So, oh, well, okay, because the other way that I can do this is by taking with the rook immediately. And then the queen has to take back or he loses a piece. And then I would be able to play this move. And he can't take back because then I would have this. So which do I like better? I have to say that I like the second one better. Does he have a different way of dealing with it, though? Does he have a different way of dealing with me taking this piece? And I have to say that the answer is probably no. He might. I wonder if he would take here. But then I would have a checkmate in one. So let's do this, because I'd have a checkmate in one. It makes a lot of sense. Let's go for it. That's wrong. It was the first move I looked at. Okay. Well, that's a shame. All right, I lost 17 points. 2268 rated puzzle. All right, let's try to get this one right. All right, so now the first thing I notice is that this is the most obvious move to be played. It puts him in check. He could block with that. But then he actually can't block with that because I'll take here. And then the queen would have to take. Then I would take. And then there's the other way of doing it. Let me quickly do this, if this, and this. Then he blocks with that, and then I go there. So which am I supposed to play? Well, let me go back to the last calculation, which was, once again, check, there. Then here, yeah, then he'd have to take there. Then I'd take there. And he'd take there. Okay, which one is right? This. Then he could take back with that, though. And then I would have that, though, with the followed by checkmate. So, okay, so if I play this rook move first, there's a lot of calculation. If I play this rook move first, and he takes back with this, then I have check, king moves over, checkmate. Okay, I confirm that that's correct, but rook check, only one move then to avoid checkmate, which is taking there with the rook. And then I lose the game. Okay. Because there's nothing after that. So there's only one move that makes sense, in my opinion. Yeah, there's only one move that makes sense. This, and then if this, I take with this rook. He takes with that rook. I take with this. Queen takes. I don't think I have anything better than that. There's only one other move to even look at, which would be just taking here. But then he takes back, and I lose the game. So let's go with the move that made the most sense to me, at least, which is this. And once again, I play here. He can't take with the rook, or it's, yeah. So he goes there. Oh, wait, what if I check with... No, that doesn't make sense. I could check with either rook, I think. I don't think it matters. But then what does my queen do? I don't know. Let's do it. All right, that was right. Thank God. All right, and now which rook do I want to take back with? Well, I'm noticing now that I'll win this queen. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, I don't think, because it comes with check. And if I check with this rook, he has to take back with the queen. And if I check with the other rook, if I check with this, then he can take back with that. And then I wouldn't win his queen. So I have to take with this one. No. Okay, that was wrong. Everything was wrong. Because I have checkmate. No, because I don't have checkmate. Okay, so let me just go back and understand how is this wrong? Oh, he winds up with 2 rooks. And I don't win one back. Okay. All right. That was very unfortunate. All right. So now I have to get this one correct. Although I have to admit it looks very easy because I can push this pawn and it would become a queen. So why would I not do that? I have no idea. Because then he goes here and then I just take. I'm going to just do this. That's wrong. Okay. I guess I should have thought more. I'm not sure why. Why? Why am I thinking about this more? It can't be this. Why is it that? No, that's impossible. Wait, what? What? Wait. No. What? I take with queen. Oh, he goes back like that. Really? No. And even if I go here, I'm not sure about this. Wait, let me at least go back one move. I'm not sure about this. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, so the first thing I notice is that I can take here, and I really just want to do it because I'm very annoyed right now. That was infuriating. All right. And I can't play this move to go after the queen. Although, can I? I don't think so. I do want to, why am I looking at any other move? I just want to take here. It's because that last one really got in my mind. All right, there. And then I check there. I don't know. I'm just going to do this. I'm just doing this. Okay. I knew that had to be right. Okay. So now I can't check him away. I think I have to take. Don't I have to take? And then he goes there. And then I could go here. I mean, I just want to take the queen, right? Why would I do anything else? Oh, okay. The last one, that last one it got to me. It got to me. I'm telling the truth. If I take here first, then he takes my queen and I lose the game. So I feel like the puzzle wants me to do something else, but I don't know what it could be. What is it, puzzle? If I go here and he takes my queen, then that's still not checkmate because he can go there. Then if I went there, would that be checkmate? I'm just looking for a checkmate just in case. Or alternate question. If I take here, he has to take back with the king. Then if I play this move, then he couldn't go to those squares. He couldn't go to these squares. He would have to go there. So actually that might work. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I don't like it, but it does seem to work. Oh, thank God. Okay, that was a really annoying puzzle. 2359 rated. It's been played 4,000 times, and now I'm trying to get back to my goal. So now it's almost definitely this. Like if I move out of the way, he can take a pawn. He can't check me again, so I would need to have a checkmate in order to do this. And I don't have a checkmate. And if I do this, I do it with check. The queen takes back, and then I would take with the pawn, and then he would start pushing. I would take here. The king couldn't go to that square. But is that winning? I'm not sure, but there's the idea of the king going to this square seems somewhat ridiculous. He takes another one of my pawns. I don't have any pawns to give, bro. So let's go ahead and let's just do the only thing that I think makes sense, and it is right. So now the question is, do I want to perhaps... I think I take back with this pawn. Then it makes sense, because then I have this pawn to run. If I take back with that pawn, that doesn't really make sense. So I take back with this pawn, just doing the math here. Then if he goes here, that's the concern. If he goes there, then I go here. He goes there. I go here. He goes there. I go here. He takes. Oh, then I lose the game. Then I lose the game. By the calculation I just did, I totally lose the game. And if I take back with this pawn, he still goes there. That's the problem, is he goes there. So... what am I supposed to do about that? He goes there, then the king just needs to go there, but then... oh, then he can't go to that square. Okay, let me do the calculation again with the same pawn, because I think I just messed it up. Okay, so pawn takes, then he has to go there, and I have to go there. Then he pushes... and I just need a pawn on that square. So I go here, he goes there, I go here, he takes, and then I push this pawn. He goes there, I go there. This is right. Nice. Hooray for calculations. That was a 22-21 rated puzzle. It's been played 3,588 times. All right, so I've gotten 4 right and 4 wrong. So this will be the last one I do, or maybe I'll do one more after this. We'll see, depending on how she looks. Depending on how she looks. So I can't take this because it's connected to the knight. I can't take the knight because it's connected to the rook. The jawbone's connected to the... all right, something. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So one move I'd like to play is like this move. Imagining if the queen wasn't there, then that would be nice. Because if the queen wasn't there, he would take back with this. I would take back with that. And then I would have all sorts of neat threats. I obviously could take this. I want to look at what his threat is. What is his immediate threat? His immediate threat is to do this with the queen, because then that would be a checkmate in 2. He could even play this cool move, and I would have to go there, and then he'd checkmate me. So he would have many ways to checkmate me. That's just one of them. So I need to trade queens pretty quickly here. Or I need to figure out a way to stop checkmate or threat on a checkmate of my own. So I'm wondering about if I take here and he goes there, then I could take here, and actually that does work. I'll show you the cool thing. So if I took here and the queen went there, I take there with check. So he would be able to move over, and then I take that, and now any move that he plays, like this, I can now block. So that's a very cool sequence, and it makes me think that that is definitely a potentially winning move. Is there anything better than that? It seems very difficult to believe that there is anything better than that. Of course, I can play this move, which does stop the queen from coming down, but it's not necessarily a good move. He just plays something like this. I can't play that, but he would play something. He would beat me somehow. He would play like this or something insane. So, okay, I'm very tempted to go for that move. Why would I not do it? Well, if there's a way to get if there's a way for this move to come with check, then I could go after the queen. However, I'm going to go with the move that I came up with first, because this is so much calculation. That's wrong. All right, so what is it? Is it this? I have no idea what it is. I just have no idea. I feel like it's a queen move. It's not a queen move. It was the first move that I said. Why? Because I can do this. Why? Okay. So now I just want to go back to the beginning and just understand why this doesn't work. Because he takes back with that. And now I have to take that. Okay. Always important to look at more than one move that your opponent has, even though I don't like to. All right. So that was just a joke. All right. So now I can play this move going after that. And also, he can't move the knight because he's pinned. So there's that. There's also the idea of playing this move with the queen. I'm guessing the answer is a combination of the two. So first I'm going to look at the queen check. It would block off this square, and this square. So the king would have to, the king could go to that square. And if he did that, then I would take the knight, and that looks winning. So if he went to this square, then I actually couldn't play this move because the king would simply take. So if I go to this square, what were the squares again? Because maybe I could set up like a checkmate threat. Otherwise, this move seems pretty good. Because, okay, the only squares he would have to go to are this one, this one, that one. He couldn't go to that one. So, okay, so we can go to those three squares. That one he can't really go to because I can take the knight. So we'll take that one away. So that leaves two squares. And this cuts off one of them. And I'm just wondering, what does this check look like after? Because he has no imminent threat of checkmate that I see, not that I understand. I mean, he's probably going to play like this move. I'm also imagining him playing a move like this, where I take back, and then he would play. No, that doesn't work actually. Okay, so if I play the bishop move first, going after the rook, and he goes like down here, and then I check, now he can no longer go to that square. He has to go all the way up top. And then this with the queen would be almost checkmate. He would be able to go there, then I'd take there, and I'm sure checkmate would come shortly after that. So I think I'm going to go for this move. I don't see anything better. Okay, there's one other move I'd like to look at, though. It's a pretty simple move, and it won't take me long to look at. And it's the idea of playing this move, a very simple idea. The idea is to go there with check. However, I don't like this move as much. It would give me a checkmate in 2. If I go here and then I go there, then I would be able to play this and this for checkmate. I think that well, okay, but wait. If I go here, I also have the ability to play that move next. So this might very well be right, actually. Does he have any way of dealing with this threat? I'm still imagining that he would play this move, and then I would not be able to. Okay, so I play here. He plays this move. Now I can no longer play that because it's pinned. So what I could do is I could still check, and then the king would have to go to this square, in which case I could take with the queen. He could go to that square. I take with the queen. He goes to that square. I'd probably take here. Or I'd win this queen. And when he takes the rook back, the queen would still be there to defend. Let's play this move. It's wrong. It was the first move I looked at. Never look at more than one move at a time. All right, I could have probably done that in about 10 seconds if I had just gone with it. Let's try that method right now. It looks like I have a checkmate in 2. 1, 2. The problem being that, no, there's no problem. Let's do it. Okay, just making sure that this is the correct move. He goes there, though. So actually, I think the right move is this. And then he can either go there or there. Oh, no, that's not right. I was going to say because then I can play that. That's not right. So I'm sure the queen capture is correct. But let me just map it out. I go there. He only has one move. And then I go there, maybe. And then if he goes back there, then I have checkmate. So he can't go back there. He has to go further. Then I go back up. This is a long calculation. But then if he goes there, then I would be able to pin him. So let's just play this move. All right, so now, once again, my idea was to play. I don't think it matters if I play here or here. I don't think it matters. But if I play here and he blocks, oh, maybe that is bad. Well, no, it doesn't matter, I don't think. If I play there and here, then I come back and check. Then it's like a draw. So hold on. We will figure this out. Yes, we will. So maybe now I should play this move because these squares are blocked off, and that would be checkmate. So how would he stop this? I have to ask myself. And I don't see a way that he does. So I think I can probably just play there right now. And he has nothing. There's no way that he can... Like, he could go here, but then I could go there, there, and then take. So let's do it. That was right. Great. All right, that was a 2250 rated puzzle. It's only been played 49 times. All right, so I'm going to do like one or two more at the very most. So now let's just play incredibly fast. This looks like the right move. Why does it look like the right move? Because if he takes en puissant, then I take the queen. Otherwise, oh, it's not winning though. Because if I go there, he can just take. And then I take with the queen and then he takes. Okay, so that's not actually the correct move. But that's okay. We'll find it. It still might be the correct move. It seems like the first thing I say is always the correct move. All right, if I go there with the queen, yeah, he can do that and I can do that. But I don't think that's right. I just don't think that's right. So if I go there and he takes, then nothing. Then I have nothing. So... Right. Right. Okay, so if I go here, that's a very obvious move, but I don't think that's right. I think it's much more likely that it is this move. I just want to understand why. He takes there. Maybe because I play here. And then how does his queen escape? Because with his bishop on this square, oh, well, his bishop would be on that square. So he would be able to go to, he would be able to go here. He would be able to go, he would be able to go to a lot of places. He would be able to go many, many places. So I don't know if that's right either. This actually is quite hard. It's surprisingly hard. He also, his next move is going to be this. He'll play there. And if I take back here, then he'll put me in check. And it's almost checkmate. So I have to guard against that somehow. How do I do it? I'm guessing this move. But it doesn't make any sense to me at all. He takes back. I have no idea. Great. All right, so am I going to just play this move and go, what the heck? It's probably wrong, to be honest. I'm going to go with it. I have no idea what it is. That was right. Why is that right? I don't care. He's not... Okay, so now he's threatening checkmate in one. So do I have a way of winning his queen? I can take there. I mean, I have to either take... There are only two moves I have. I can either go there, and then he would take my queen, and then I would take that with check. So this is right. This is right. Okay? That was really hard, and that was really lucky by me. 2259, 313. All right, I got really lucky. So that probably is my cue to stop playing. Just kidding. I'm not smart enough to do that. So now there are only two things I can... Wait, I can just take this. Why would I not? I have to have a really good reason to not take it. There has to be a really good reason. Especially because I'm not threatening an immediate checkmate, but this and this would be checkmate. I know that's a lot. That's a lot. I would need a lot of moves to do that. But why would I not go here? Well, he could play this move then. And I would go here maybe, but then he could go here. And that would be, I think that's actually checkmate, because I wouldn't be able to go there. I wouldn't be able to go there. Yeah, that would be checkmate. So I can't do exactly that. Let's see if there's a way to not get checkmated. So if I take there and he goes here, then I could go down here. I think that's the point of the puzzle, is like, why would you not take the knight and at the same time escape checkmate? And I believe I just have to go back that way. So yes, so okay, this is proving me correct. So I already did this math. If I go here, he goes there, and I think that is checkmate. Yeah, because the pawn blocks out that last space. So I can't go there. All right, so I've ruled that out. Very easy. Well, I mean, not easy. And then if the problem with going here is that he goes there, and if I go here, then he takes here. So I have to be very careful about this. I'm not saying that the move is wrong. It's probably right. I just probably have to block here, because this is the only other move. Then he goes here. Oh, that might be right. And then I go, I want to try to defend that. If I go here and he goes there, then I block here. And then if he takes there, I take there. So am I I actually don't understand the difference between that move and this move. So I'm just trying to figure that out, because it's the same thing. He checks there. I can block with that. But then when he takes with check. So the king would have to take, and he would take again with check. So let's do this move, and that is correct. And that's wrong. Okay. Great. Yep, that's what I calculated. And white's winning. And so if I had done the puzzle my way, white would have been winning. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do something that I don't think I've ever done before. I'm giving this puzzle a thumbs down. I did not like that puzzle. I feel as though that puzzle was not correct, objectively speaking. So now I have a really good reason to not go there. And the best reason I can think of would be that he would play this move. I would have to play that move, and then he would take my rook. That's a pretty good reason to not play this move. That is a pretty good reason. This is the obvious move then. I have to have a really, oh, well, then the king could take. But then I would take here with check and there. So he can't take the pawn if I block with this. Does he have another way of beating me? Well, his idea, I suppose, would be to just take it. Oh, this seems fine. I'm just going to play the obvious move. Oh, I'm not in check. I should keep that in mind. That's true. I'm not in check. So I should keep that in mind, because there is the possibility that I can checkmate him in two moves. Like I can't do that. But I'm looking at this. Is this a checkmate? Because he can't go to those squares. He would still be able to go there. If I could check him on this square with the knight, then it would be checkmate. Is there a way to get the knight to that square? No, not that I see. So can I play like this? Can I play this move? Can I play that move? No. He would go there, I would go there, and he would go there, which would be bad. Then that's losing. That's definitely losing. So what's the other possible idea here? Oh, well, wait, what about this and then I go there and then yeah. Okay, great. So if I go maybe I shouldn't do this one. No, I owe it to everybody to do this puzzle. I mean, okay, so if I go here, is it that bad? If he goes there, I can actually just drop the rook back down. Then he takes with the queen, and I lose the game. Okay, so there's a lot of calculation I've done, and I feel like I should. I still feel like if I check him, okay, so let's do this again. Because now I am noticing that the queen can come to that square. So I want to play this move because I can go there. He can't go to those two squares. He has to go there. So then I go there with the queen. So is there any way that he has of threatening me in any way? So if I go here, I imagine that he takes. He would probably take. And then I'd take here. And then he would take here. And then I would have no choice but to go to this square. And I would lose the game. So I actually think my move is wrong. My move has to be wrong for the reason that he would play this move. So I have to stop him from playing that move. Meaning that I have to play this. There's no way that it can't be this. Yes, he plays there, but so what if I have to go there? That doesn't matter because so what if he takes that? I'm just going to play the obvious move. Is there any way that this could be wrong? I don't think so, and I have to stop him from this. So, okay, good. All right. Thank God. Okay. Oh, I saw that just a little late. All right. That was a fairly obvious move, and it got my rating down. So now if I don't see the answer immediately, I'm not doing this puzzle. All right. I should have stopped there. Then the king can go there. All right. Thank you for watching Serious Chess, by the way. We're so proud to have you. I want to check and then go up. Does he have a way to checkmate me? He would play this move to play that. That's what I'm seeing off the bat. So wait, let's hold up a second. What about this move? Then he plays there. That's bad. So I don't think I want to do that. And I can't play there because he takes. So, and I can't push the pawn because the queen takes. So if I check, he goes there. Yes. Okay. So if I go there and he goes there and I go there, then he goes there to checkmate me. And then I would go, then I don't have, well, okay, then I come back here with check. And then I queen. So I'm going to go for this. And it's wrong. Bro. All right, that's just infuriating. This one I can get right. I know I can get this one right. I believe in myself. All right, so the first thing I'm seeing through all of my anger is that he's going to checkmate me in one move. So that makes it really easy because at least I know I have to check him. This is the obvious move. He takes back there. There's no other check. So I mean there's only one move it can be. Cuz he's going to well, okay, that's not necessarily true. I play there. Yeah, it is, cuz then I go there and he checkmates me. No, then I go there. Then he goes here and then I block. No, wait. No. I'm wrong. I would need to almost flip this around. He checks there. I go there. No, he can't check there. He has to have checkmate. Let's see this. So he goes there. I move over. And he takes. Then I go there. No, I can't go there because of the rook. He does checkmate me. All right. Confirmed checkmate. He has a checkmate on the next turn. There, and then there is checkmate because the king can't go there. All right. So confirmed checkmate in one move. So how many checks do I have? I think one. I'll look more carefully, but yeah, I think one. Otherwise, I can play this move, which seems so ridiculous because he just plays there. And then I absolutely lose the game. He can also, yeah. Then he'll checkmate me in, well, okay. He won't checkmate me in one move because I'll have this. But do I want to do that? I don't think so. And also, if I go there and he goes there and takes. Then I could take back with this. There's no way. There's no way. But how am I checkmating him is my question. I don't see the answer to this. I go there, he takes back. I guess then I can go, no. There's no way that's the right answer. It's just not. So let me look at one other idea, which is to take the pawn. It doesn't seem like a good move. But it is maybe threatening checkmate. I want to play this. But then he takes there. I take there. I think this is probably the right move. I think I play here. He plays there. I take. Something like that. Let's try this move. Oh, that's wrong. Wasn't that either. I have no idea what it is. I have no clue. No idea. None. No idea. Is it this? No. Great. All right, I need a hint. Oh, I can take that. Yeah, I didn't see that. I honestly didn't see that. Now do I take here? And no. Okay, I would have gotten this wrong at some point. This was an extremely hard puzzle, even though I couldn't take that. I would have never played that move. I didn't like those last puzzles, so I'm done. I am noticing that I can check here, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to play my quick. I have to finish. I I'm gonna do the end of my. I'm about to finish my book. Sorry, I can't finish a sentence because there are 3 different things that I wanted to do today. With my book that I'm writing a book. It has 9 original stories. Now I can play there. Let's go here. The book has 9 original stories, or 11 original stories. Yeah, I'm trying to play chess here. Okay, so it has 11 original stories, and they're all pretty good. Okay, I'm playing Stockfish level 1, so he's not that hard, I'll be honest. Ooh. Okay. Let's go here. And checkmate. Great. All right, let's go on to Stockfish level 2. All right, so I have 11 stories that will comprise my book, 11 short stories. I've currently written about 150 pages, although some of that is not going to be used. This is the classic England Gambit line. Aman, come look. Stockfish is playing your favorite. Come, Aman. Be joyful. I'm going to take the queen and run away. All right. Aman. Okay. Sorry. That's really annoying. Let's just take that. Okay. And now the idea was to go here. Okay. And now the idea is to make him take that. Okay. Not looking that great for him. Let's play that move. The idea of going, let's go here. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. Checkmate. That was dope. All right. So I'm going to play Stockfish level 3, and this is probably going to be it for me. I'm trying to think in my head which of the stories, because there's only one story I have left to write, and it's a double story. That's right, it's a double story. So it's hard to tell if I should write that one, or if the better idea would be to finish the 2 that are not really completely done. Let's go here. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, this knight's badly misplaced. It's fine. Okay. He is a good find. I just have to take out that pawn. Okay. And that's a checkmate. All right, that was Stockfish level 3. And we'll try one against Stockfish level 4, and then I'm out. So thank you so much for watching Serious Chess. I write a weekly chess article that I'm also writing today. It won't be very long, and this week's article will be about the misplacement of blame and the unnecessary stress that we put on ourselves. Not especially as chess players, yes. I think chess players are especially doing this, but I think that the problem transcends that. So the article is very kind of a very, at least the way that I'm planning on doing it, it's certainly not a not mean-spirited or anything like that. Let's play there. Okay. It's a pretty nice article in my opinion, or at least the concept is nice. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. Okay. Ooh. He blundered. Okay, I won. All right, so thanks you everybody for watching Serious Chess. And as we checkmate our opponent here, we say to him, adieu, do you? And now we're going to do this the right way. Here we go. Coming in hot, and checkmate. Serious Chess. And that was a serious game. I'll be back at midnight. And look out for my weekly chess article that will be out probably tomorrow.